back to G&A podcast. Uh, my name. I am. You know what? I blame Yuki. Yuki, it's your fault. I also blame Yuki. I'm Drooby
And I am that guy who never presses the video call in the bathtub, Soberoni.
Why not?
Mm.
And welcome to the G&A podcast. We talk about all things anime, the good, the bad, and the weeb. How are you doing, Oni?
I'm doing well. How are you, Drew?
Um, I'm I'm all right. It's a Sunday. Like this is like a first Sunday in a very long time. I've just felt like, you know, like do you remember those like a week or so ago, like like the past couple of months where you're like, "How are you?" And I'm just like, "I'm on the verge of death," but other than
Mm-hmm.
that, no, it doesn't feel like that. I'm a little warm. That's it.
So, a good Sunday.
It was a good Sunday, a rainy Sunday, a sleepy Sunday, but fine nonetheless. And so before we fall asleep, let's get started with this podcast with our news section called This Week in Anime. Uh let's see. For me today, I'm going to be talking about Funimation voice actors discussing discrimination against Asian American talent.
Mm.
So according to Anime News Network, Funimation voiceover actors Emilo Afio and Sean Gann spoke to IndieWire earlier this week about discrimination against Asian American actors in the film and voiceover industries. Um, let's see. I just want to highlight some stuff real quick instead of reading the whole damn article. Um, so basically, in one paragraph, they go over the whole like yes, how Asian people are like kind of pigeonholed into Asian roles. Um, not you. Who is it? I feel you says I'm not mad if and yeah, well, not y'all, but Oni definitely knows how I feel about this. I'm
Mm.
not mad if Scar Joe plays the Major and Ghost in the Shell as long as I get a fair shot at playing Black Widow, which that caused the whole problem because that would never happen to be a cold day in hell.
Mm-hmm.
Because only then would they be like, oh, but she's Russian. We we have
You
to.
really wanted to start off this podcast on a spicy note for somebody who is sleepy.
Listen. I'm trying to wake y'all bitches up. Listen. I'm just saying. It's crazy how they gotta be like, well, we gotta keep to a source material with Black Widow. Gotta make sure she's Russian-esque,
Well, in
looking
defense of
Russian,
anime,
whatever.
the race is usually ambiguous for the anime
Yeah.
characters.
No. I was getting I was gonna get to the anime thing.
Yeah,
Sadly,
before we veer off into another
yes.
podcast.
I'm just pointing out very quickly. It's very interesting how they have to stick to a certain look for Black Widow, but Ghost in the Shell, it was like, yes, we can do whatever we want. Dot dot dot. Um, Basically, the point is, it doesn't work both ways.
Mhm.
Um, so then they also spoke about how studios tend to be predominantly led by white people who will hire those they are close to or are already familiar with. So apparently it stinks of nepotism just a
Well,
bit.
English voice acting, I'd say community, but business in general, yeah. That's why a lot of the voice actors, like, there's like the same 5 voice actors for every role.
Yeah. Although I will say there's like some new ones. Like
Yeah,
it's
some new ones are starting to come up. It's
yeah,
not
some
as
new
bad
ones
as
are
it used to be. It's not
yeah.
Johnny Young Bosch for every character.
Exactly. Yeah. I would say I think just because I think the market was so like such high demand and they
Hmm.
just want things that can work. Like they're
Hmm.
like I think voice acting like in the recent years is like, more people started getting into it
Yeah, there's
definitely
more
compared to like the
range.
2000s where you had only 10 people.
Hmm.
Um excuse me. So they go on to say, although the actors praised the environment and Funimation for giving them the freedom to play a wide range of roles, they also noted that they've been reliant on white DR directors and other authority figures in providing them with opportunities. Gon said that although he has made a place for himself at Funimation now and has been given director roles, quote, is it's still a hard push to make myself a permanent fixture amongst that group, end quote. Yu said she hopes to see more people of color in upper management positions, and then they go in really quickly to say, give some of their roles. Emilo played Reina from Higurashi, uh, and Mirai and Dr. Stone. Afia Yu played Victorique de Blois in Gosek. I don't know how to say that.
Mm.
And then also played Lee Ren in Ruby and Rika in Higurashi. Okay, well, damn. And then Sean Gan played Doc in Radiant and Manabu Takasaki in Nichijou. So just wanted to,
Shout out to
let
their
y'all know
roles.
some of the roles that they are known for. So yeah, it was definitely, excuse me, definitely interesting to see. As you just said, Oni, they're definitely were guilty of this. The casting directors, but I at least for me, I'm seeing definitely more people getting voiced over, more people of color specifically are getting casted
Yep.
in dub. So it's definitely a step in the right direction. But yes, but these conversations still need to be had to make sure we keep heading in said direction. So yes, it's a good thing to bring up these issues. So yeah, that's mine. Just a little bit of starting off with a little bit of spice.
On my end of things, I will bring back the fun by talking about everyone's favorite show, Love Live.
Assuming that I'm not fun, but okay.
Love Live Superstar is going to premiere on July 11th. I was actually looking at the lineup for summer, and it's not that strong, so maybe we might cover this. I don't know. I might make a case for this one.
Love Live, no.
You like Love Live?
Love Live. I would never cover it for a podcast.
Well,
there literally would have to be nothing.
I'm telling you right now, there's not a lot.
There had to be.
There's not a lot.
There had to be zero. There had to be like less than nothing.
Nah,
There had to be a
you might get your
field.
wish.
There had to be a field of Geno Guardians and Osama games.
All right, guys, leave your
and
hate
domestic
comments for
chronicles.
Drew in the description or in the comments.
I'm
down
not saying it's
below.
a bad anime. I'm just saying I don't want to cover it.
They though I do love the character designs for this one specifically. I remember the other Love Live aired last year or whatever. That's the one I thought was going to be this one, but it wasn't. The character designs on this Love Live look really, really good. So I actually want to watch it. Regardless of whether we cover it on the podcast, I'll be watching it. So if you guys are Love Live fans, rejoice! New series in July.
Okay, well, thank you for that riveting piece of news. Very quickly before we move on to our weekly reviews, also I was like, I opened this and I just kind of forgot about it, but I guess I might as well talk about it since it's open.
Mm-hmm.
So Otakon is confirming that they are indeed having their convention this year.
Yep, I saw that one.
Yep, our first convention. There's not gonna be any international guests. A lot of the apparently one of their high traffic events, such as the Otakon dance, might not happen.
Yeah, it's gonna be very watered down. Otakon.
Yeah, I was just like the more restrictions they kept saying that might be in place. I'm like, at least I'm like, all right, okay, so I really don't want to go.
Yeah, I was like, at that point, just make it virtual. It's like we're gonna have a convention, but also 90% of the things that we do at conventions will not be happening at this convention.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be fine because it's like I'm like define shortened hours. Like if shortened hours instead of like 11, it ends at like 9.
It
I'm not mad at.
depends. I really want to go back to Otakon because it's
I
so much fun. I haven't been since I moved to DC.
Yeah, I've never been. I've only spoken nothing but good things, so it's definitely
Mm.
on my list. But I'm dipping my toes into going out and being human and all that stuff.
Maybe next year. Hopefully, Anime
Definitely.
NYC won't be as restricted.
Okay, first of all,
Mm.
I, so I'm just like I feel like next year, yeah, I feel like besides Anime NYC, I don't know. I'm not sure if I have like more than 2 in me next
Mm-hmm.
year, like including Anime NYC. So I'm just like, no, you gotta pick one. It's
Well,
either
I feel like
Otacon.
Otakon would be the
Oh,
most easy one to go to. I
it
mean,
would be the
as
easiest one,
opposed
but
to
you
the anime was the one in
Expo
California.
is it Anime Expo?
I forget if it's Anime Expo. Yeah, it's Anime Expo. I
Yeah,
think I'm pretty sure.
pretty sure it's Anime Expo. Oh, that's why I have Google Expo. Yeah, yes, it is.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I'm just like, I pick one. I don't think I can. I'm like, that's gonna be a lot. That's to go to the one in June and then one in August. Yeah, I think it's in August
Mm-hmm.
and the one in November. So I'm just like,
We'll decide. I guess next year we have
yeah,
time.
okay. Like in your heart, if you could just, if everything was just taken care of, which one would you want to go to? Just off.
Off, like if everything was taken care of,
Yes.
probably Anime Expo.
Okay.
But
Just making
logistically
sure.
speaking, I think it'd be easier to go to Otakon, and Otakon could be pretty fun. So we'll see.
Well, we shall see. I was just curious.
Mm-hmm.
I was just curious. All right, y'all. Let us get into these weekly reviews of these animes. We gonna be starting off with some fruits baskets. Episode 8. I'm gonna finally drop this southern
I
accent.
thought you were gonna do it for the whole review.
Absolutely not. um. So this episode was heavy.
It was heavy. I feel like it lingered a little too much on the whole kill backstory.
Yeah.
Like it got repetitive after a certain point. I got it. He was
He's
close
like,
to your
yeah, see,
mom, and
I'm
he
like,
blamed
yeah, you
himself.
hate
Yeah.
yourself. You hate
Mm-hmm.
yourself. You run away. You kill Toro's mom. Hate that for you. Blah blah blah.
I
Um.
did like the Toru moment though, where she was just like, "Well, fuck my mom." Then and that's what she
Okay, I don't think it's quite like that.
That's what I heard. That's what I heard her say.
Not fuck my mom. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, that was really cool. Yeah, I'm just like, I feel like this episode could have been tapered off if they like, I don't know, did the whole. Maybe if she had a little bit more time to speak,
Definitely.
and if Yuki kind of did his, like, if like the whole end, the sequence at the end, just was like a little bit longer. I feel like it would have been fine. The episode would have been, well, not fine, but better. It was fine.
It was still a good
It was a
episode.
good episode. Yes.
It felt like it gave a lot of context to the
Mm-hmm.
why Kyo's always been acting the way he has, and why he's so standoffish and um unsteady around Toru. So
Well, actually,
like recently.
oh yeah, recently, yeah, yeah, definitely. And I love how it shows the whole like all like the whole Toru missing incident. It finally comes full circle.
Mm-hmm.
So that was a really cool moment. It was almost like all the missing pieces were like put together in this one episode, which I like that.
Yeah, I think we needed an episode like that. Although, bad move by literally everyone to leave Toru by herself in the rain.
Dot dot dot.
Because Agito shows up with a knife.
Yeah, I hope she's just like, oh no, I killed someone with a knife. It's I'm horrible. Stab self, and we all
No,
live
I'm
happily
pretty sure
after.
Agito is gonna stab Toru. I'm gonna be really
Or
mad.
no, she's gonna
Oh
try to. They're not
yeah.
gonna. They won't let Toru get stabbed by Agito.
Mm,
Maybe cut. Maybe she might get
yeah, maybe
cut.
cut, like not a deep. I was thinking like a light stab, a little prick,
No, a little prick.
little prick
Yeah,
through a
she's just
non-vital
like
organ.
she's like hey, she's like, wait, Toru, I'm just trying to give you the COVID vaccine. I'm, and Toru's like, no, it's Johnson
Hey, I'm Johnson and Johnson gang, all
I
right?
know.
We stand Johnson and Johnson on this podcast. I'll give Toru so many points if she just like judo flips Akito off the fucking stairs or something.
Okay, yeah,
But
she should just
can it end like
magically
the
learn
Lion
martial
King,
arts.
where it's like Scar hanging off the edge, and then Toru's like knocks him off? Does that how the Lion King ends? Did Simba kill Scar? I forget.
No, Simba didn't kill Scar. I mean, he
Well,
fucked him up pretty badly, but then Scar got eaten by the hyenas.
all right, let's do the same ending, but Akito gets eaten by the Somas, or in this case, stabbed by the Somas. Like all the rest of the Zodiac, just
Could you
all
imagine if
stab.
could you imagine if they just went really Uminako and actually just ate her? That's some Uminako shit.
It could be a really good metaphor. It's like, oh, we'll keep the bond forever, or something. You can work it in there.
Yeah, our God will always be with us.
Yeah, we'll have a piece of Akito wherever we go. Symbolism.
At least for 8 to 16 hours before we shit her out. Oh my god. That is, yeah. Let's see what else happened. But yeah, that was basically the gist of it. I am kind of mad that he was like, "Ugh, Toru, I pity you for falling in
Oh
love
yeah, that
with
was kind of
me.
annoying. I'm like,
I'm gonna run away again because I'm still feeling stupid guilty, even though she was like, bro, I love you. Like, I don't care. I'm just, I feel so, I feel so bad for him. It's just like, no, I've been running from everything. Da da da. I'm like, that's because everyone literally hated you from your childhood for no reason.
Also, I know it's kind of weird, or not weird, but I know it's kind of like because she's shocked and everything of what just happened. But I feel like it's weird that she didn't chase after Kyo, and it was Yuki that chased after Kyo.
I think it's kind of weird that she was like, hey, but I still love you. Even though that's what he said. I'm not saying she needed to like hate him, be like, oh, you killed my mother, I hate you. But I don't know. It's like, damn, can she get some time to like register like what he just told her?
It was not a very good setting for that information to be delivered to her in.
Yeah. I feel like she almost just brushed it off, and she was like, all right, all right, you quote unquote were responsible for her death. I love you. I still want the peen.
Yes, make it up to me. You can right your wrongs.
Oh, I wasn't ready for that. You are, no, bad. If you next time, I'd spray you with water, like a cat.
Like yo.
Like Kyo. Yes, also like Kyo, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, all in all, it was a good episode.
Agreed.
Yes. All right. Let's move on to My Hero Academia, season 5, episode 10.
So this was an unexpected episode. Like nothing I thought was gonna happen actually happened, but in a good way.
Yes. Yeah, I'm tempted to give this my episode of the week.
I'm super tempted to.
I think I will. I think I will.
Same. Yeah.
Um,
Same.
because yeah, like you said, everything was unexpected. Can
Hmm.
we get into, ironically, the one person who impressed me the most was actually Monoma.
He was pretty cool.
He was really like, he was pretty badass this entire the
Hmm.
entire episode. Although, is it me or am I getting like really major villain vibes from
Oh,
him?
he
I feel like he's
feels
gonna
very
switch.
villainy. Yeah, he does feel villainy.
Like before it was fine, but when he started talking about like, oh, this needs to be a hero that's feeling like a curse, I'm like, uh
Yeah,
oh,
red
I'm the
flags.
turn is happening.
Yeah, when he was like talking to Shinjo, he's like, "Yeah, we're very similar, but different in a key way." And then Shinjo's like, okay, bruh."
Yeah, he was like, okay, bye.
Tell me later. I can
uh,
definitely see him like switching or something.
absolutely.
And yeah, he would be good at it because he was able to get under even Deku's skin.
Uh huh.
With
You're a little too good at being
hmm
antagonistic.
yeah, he has a darker side.
Mm-hmm.
But I also like that we got to see uh well a little bit of the like I like the like I always say I love the way when their powers interact with each other. So I
Yeah.
love them seeing like them all using their powers together to create a poltergeist storm.
Yeah, I still kind of don't know how the minds. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
how his skill kind of works. It's like,
It was vague. That's the one that has
yeah,
like the impact at the
yeah,
second.
double impact. Yeah,
Yeah, it was
twin
like
impact.
yeah, there was an impact there, then there's like another impact. Yeah, that's super
It's
vague,
like
but
it's like it returns to the same place, but impacts twice as hard.
mm-hmm.
So I guess I don't know. I guess they use like the force from that, and then just like ping pongs everything.
Yeah.
I guess. Question mark. Who knows? That girl who could change sizes of things. Yeah, that's pretty.
That's pretty broken.
That's pretty broken. There was someone who could do that in Fairy Tale, and she was very strong.
Yup.
Although I'm pretty sure her ability to shrink and grow things is, it's a little different.
Mm-hmm. Also, now that I think about it, isn't what's his name Monoma? Isn't he just Rogue?
Yeah,
Wow, I just
he's
made the connection. Like,
yeah, he's just weaker rogue.
yeah,
Um, yeah, because his abilities, I think it only works for like 5 minutes.
yeah, it's a
Um,
permanent or whatever Rogue's broken ass ability.
Yeah, but the fact that he can do multiple cycle through multiple
Mm-hmm.
is that's what makes him broken.
Yeah. Oh my god, I can imagine how as a villain.
Because it's like even more broken because he lives in a world where everyone has superpowers.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. So it's just like he has an unlimited amount of resources to go through.
Exactly.
It's very similar to All for One's power in a way too.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Mm-hmm.
It's very similar to his, except well, different. But
Not as broken.
yeah.
We also saw a bit of Mina and Uraka and what's his name, Great Boy Mineta.
Mineta,
Um,
thank you.
yeah. Uraka actually Ochako was great in this episode. We got a little bit of her backstory. I thought she was super cute when she actually like tried to stop Deku from losing his mind.
Yeah, she was very quick with it. She was like, "Hey, you Shinzo, stop standing there with your dick in your hands and
Mhm.
hypnotize the guy who's clearly crazy."
Yeah, I like that
Or
because
not crazy, but
it shows that she like actually does stuff. Like even if she's not the
yeah.
most powerful like person in
Oh,
the squad.
first of all, for me,
Hmm.
she was that bitch ever since she lost to like
Oh
Bakugo.
yeah,
I
she
was
has her
like,
moments.
I loved her ever since then because I'm just like, she knows what she's doing. She's really
Hmm.
good. She's really really good. Um, let's see. I did like. Okay, so I I don't know how to feel about this whole one for all stuff happening. Only in the sense that, it's Midoriya of all people. Like, oh, now all of a sudden, instead of me just having super strength, like All Might did, now I'm also using everyone else's powers.
Yeah, I like it in the sense that at least it's limited to only
Yeah.
like what 7 powers or something like that, or 6 powers.
Yeah.
At least there's that, but yeah, it feels kind of a cop out. Like you don't
Yeah,
really
kind
need any more powers, bro.
yeah, kind of a Deus Ex Machina. Like I'm
Hmm.
like you're like your super strength is enough.
Yeah, you're
It was
fine.
enough for All Might.
You
It should be
don't
enough
need
for you.
this. Yeah, it depends how they use it. Because if we go to like the next big arc and he's like losing, and out of nowhere he gets like a new power, it's like, oh, actually, I can turn the tables because now I have the power to do this. I feel like that's gonna be very cheap.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, I'm not sure how I'm gonna feel with him having a new power, like getting all 6 powers or some shit like that.
Yeah, we need to throw some kind of like complicating factor into that.
Yeah. Oh, so maybe just make them all really weak as hell.
It didn't
Like
look
so
like
weak
it.
that's yeah, not like that. Yeah, like so weak that he's like instead of using that power to like destroy the whole fucking area, instead it's just like, oh, I kind of use it like like I'm Spider-Man. I use that little power and I pull myself to it.
Hmm.
Maybe something like that. Even then, combined with the super strength, that's broken. I mean, it's broken, but that just kind of just makes him Spider-Man.
He just
At that
becomes
point,
Spider-Man.
it's kind of like Spider-Man adjacent ish.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
I did like at the end of the episode, after all the crazy shit that happened, Monoma was like, the fight is still going on, guys. I'm still fighting out here.
Oh yeah, and I see. I'm the villain. He gives the villain
Yeah.
energy. I'm telling you.
The swing from behind.
Yeah, and then it just becomes a full-out brawl. Like you
Mhm,
just see
yeah.
everyone just flying around.
They're just like, fuck strategy, let's go.
Yeah, we're gonna see next week. We're gonna see most likely Deku versus Shinzo.
That's gonna be like a really fun rematch. I hope they all have like little one-on-one fights. Like I'd like to see more Mina and Ochako fighting. I
Yeah,
think that'd be
definitely
pretty
more
cute.
team fights
Mm-hmm.
for me. All right. Good episode. Let's move on to Zombieland Saga Revenge, episode 8.
Talk about a shift in
Finally,
tone.
finally, it only took a whole season and a half.
Yeah, we finally get the
Sorry,
Giddy
a season and
backstory.
3/4.
I'm conflicted on this episode. I'm really conflicted on this episode.
Uh,
Because I like that we got into Yagiti's backstory. I like the
yeah.
setting. I like that it's doing interesting things where it's like being a two-parter and stuff. But the episode itself is kind of like boring. Like nothing really happened. It was, well, stuff happened, but it was just really slow pace for Zombieland Saga.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't really have any comedy or anything. It was just kind of just like, we're just gonna be a period drama. Except for the random moments where we interject the ancestral versions of the other characters.
Yeah, the random cameos of all the characters, and Kentaro is a completely different person with the same voice. I mean, they did give some clues, some hints. That this technique to bring people back from the dead goes all the way back to now. And that's evident. Well, not in just the descendant Kentaro guy. I forget what his name is. It's yeah, he mentions it, and you also see the dog, the zombie dog.
Yeah, I'm wondering if that's like just a cameo thing or if that literally is the same exact dog.
I think it's the same dog.
Yeah, me too.
I think it's the same dog. I think, like I said, Kentaro's family, like it's like some kind of family secret. How to bring people back from the dead, make them zombies.
Yeah.
So and a little stuff like that is what had me hooked.
Yeah, like that was good, and then also the other friend character who's clearly an enemy, like I was intrigued by that part. Like I'm waiting for the shoe to turn. Like
exactly, I think that's gonna be for next episode. So this episode was like the intro.
Yeah, it was all set up. It was all But there was one really cool moment where where Yigiti's like just cooking or something, and then he just shows up behind her, and she like literally about to chop his neck off, and he blocks it with the fan or chopsticks.
He blocks chopsticks with the fan.
With the fan, yeah.
I was like, "Ooh, is that turn into some Cartoon Tiger
yeah,
Dragon shit?"
Yeah, I was like, "Let's get going, fight!"
Basically, so yeah, that's gonna be really exciting for next week. Can't wait to see
Yeah, I'm
it.
curious to see where it's gonna go with that. I have a
Mm-hmm.
feeling that he's just gonna die protecting him,
Oh,
and then that's gonna be
absolutely.
like, oh, that's why we brought you back because you,
Exactly.
yeah,
Absolutely. 100%. 100%.
yeah.
Absolutely. All right. Let us move on to Ijiranaide Nagatoro-san, episode 8. So another fun episode. Uh, I felt very attacked when Nagatoro mentioned how skinny Senpai is.
Yeah, it
Like
was like she
multiple
was talking to you
occasions.
directly.
I was like, I'm working on it, you bitch. I'm trying. But as opposed to me just normally acting like a normal person, Nagatoro had different plans for Senpai, and she decides to ride him like a pony. My pony.
I do like
But
that this whole episode revolves around the theme of Nagatoro having her plans like turned on her.
yes.
Like every single segment ended with Nagatoro just like losing. Like we were doing like the Kaguya-sama blah 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 wins this round or whatever. All
Yeah,
of these
Shimon
were
lost.
she lost all these rounds.
Well, maybe she won the splinter round.
Even then, eh, she got what was it? Piggyback carried, and then he felt up her ass, and she got embarrassed.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. Then I said that's literally I said the splinter one, the
I count
one
that as
she
the
won.
same round because that.
Wait, what? No, it's different things. Different,
Nah.
literally different settings.
It was
Literally different
it was the
settings.
same segment though.
What?
It was
They're
because
different
she was
segments.
no, it was the same segment. She was still jealous that he um carried the stuff for what's her name. That's why he got the splinter.
Uh, no, okay, fine. That is true.
Sorry, I'm not giving no wins to Nagatoro this episode.
Yeah, lots of L's. Um, the last scene where she oh my god, where you were trying to fuck with Senpai. I felt great for Senpai this episode.
Yeah, he was pretty good this episode. I like that Nagatoro, even though she is a tsundere, she isn't the typical like abusive. Well, I mean, she. It's funny because she is abusive, but in different ways. Like not unfairly abusive, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Like when
she's not being the shit out of him.
that, and when she got caught with the voice or the video thing, like she didn't call him a pervert or anything. She's like, "Oh, that was kind of on me. I fucked up." Like she's like, "You don't need to apologize. That was my fuck up."
Yep. Yes, I love that because I hate that in in I don't know, in just general etchy
Yeah, the stupid
anime
trope where you like where the
where it's
woman will
clearly
walk in.
all of her fault. Like it's
Yeah.
literally all of her fault. And she's like, "It was all your fault. I hate you, stupid baka hentai."
The girl will walk in on the guy naked and she's like, Baka hentai! Like, what? You walked in
Like
on
right,
me?
you came exactly.
Yeah, so it's refreshing to see a character be like, actually, yeah, no, my bad. I
Yeah,
fucked around too much.
yeah, absolutely. Let's see. Excuse me. I did like the daydream sequences where they were imagining being in the same class or being
His senpai.
giving his senpai.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty funny.
Mm-hmm.
And then I loved at the end, like the joke was that they're just as bad students as he is.
Maybe that's their hint that they're all gonna get left back, and then we're gonna get a season 2 where they're all in the same
Yeah,
class.
all the same except Nagatoro.
Yeah, Nagatoro graduates.
Not Nagatoro graduating and leaves them behind.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny, but yeah, good good episode. I really liked it.
Yep.
It did, I like all these episodes. They're really good.
They are. I'm just hoping that the last episode at least has them making like significant progress. Like I want to see
Yeah,
a kiss or something.
yeah,
They've been teasing us too much.
holding hands.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know that may be a little too much for y'all, but
Holding
I'm ready
hands.
for it.
Oh Lord.
Got her pregnant, but at least I didn't hold hands. I'm not a fucking slut. All right, let's move on to Isekai Mao Omega episode 8. See, I'm trying to remember what happened because I did not
I
take any
feel
notes
like
on
they
this.
really toned down the fan service in this season. Maybe I just like thought way more of the fan service in the first season, but
Yeah, I don't think. I don't think anything happened. I think this episode was definitely more harem interactions
which I
and
don't
story
mind the harem
plot.
interactions, but it seems like there's what they do is weird because they always do like there's always one random out of place scene, and that's the fan service scene, and then the rest of the episode is just back to normal. Like the fan service scene in this episode was Rose needing to recharge her batteries, and that was it.
Mm.
And after that, it was like, all right, back to plot. Like pretend that
Oh
never
yeah, no,
happened.
they did have that scene. I forgot about that
Yeah, but
scene.
it was
So they
sort
had
of
it.
it was sort of place. It was
I mean,
and it was super
that was,
short. It was like a minute.
I
I don't know. I
mean,
feel like season one was better at like sprinkling the fan service throughout the episode, whereas this season was just like
it's like very
here's a
concentrated.
quick here's like a quick minute of fan service that has no context. All right, next back to back to the plot.
Mm. Yeah, I'd agree.
Although it did
Um,
open cute with the fake out with Rem being like,
yeah,
I'm dying. Actually, I'm just car
yeah.
sick.
And then they did it again with Shara after she
Mm-hmm.
overeats. There's like a lot of cute stuff. I totally forgot about Alicia.
Me too.
But I'm not gonna lie, this episode she was looking like a baddie. Oh, I really liked her outfits.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad that they kept her crazy, insane persona intact, where she's like, "Yes, now we can slaughter them and make room for the demon lord." Like,
Essentially.
oh, you still crazy?
Oh, Alicia, you crazy. Mm-mm. So yeah, they I see like I feel like they're definitely shifting more, having more concentration on plot
Mm-hmm.
this season, like very much so because halfway through this episode it becomes very focused on the whole. I'm trying not to call them a cult.
Yeah.
The whole religious sector.
Yo, let me just say that the whole religious sector sucks. What is the point of being a head priest if everyone else around you can just question your authority and like arrest you with zero effort or
Right,
assassinate you?
period. They're like, you abandoned your post, and you must be. And I'm like, I rank above you. I
Yeah, like
answer to you. I'm
yeah,
not
like
getting
what?
arrested.
Imagine your boss comes up to you and is like, "Yo, well, why are you doing? Why did you try to kill me?" And then you're like, clearly you're overstepping your bounds, boss. Everyone,
Yeah.
let's turn on the boss."
Right? and this dude, and meanwhile the homeboy is just like, wow, well, if you everything you say about me is true, then that means religion doesn't exist, and it's all your fault. And you wouldn't dare make people like question religion. I'm just like, you had people murdered.
Yeah, like none of this makes
Like, no, it's not religion that's wrong. You're wrong.
sense.
You are bad.
Oh, like this is like the flimsiest excuse to just be like, whatever, fucking lock them in
Yeah,
jail.
I mean, it was definitely an eye roll for me. Like
Mm, I don't
I
take it
didn't
too
hate it,
seriously,
and
so I can't hate it.
yeah,
I'm like,
exactly. I
whatever.
don't take the anime so seriously, so this is what I expect.
Mm-hmm. What? This doesn't have a plot on par with Attack on Titan.
And girl, it's not, you're giving that this anime way too much credit. Like at least give me like Log Horizon season 2.
That's still too much.
That is a lot. Damn. At least give me
Don
Fairy
Machi.
Tail.
All right, very
That yeah, that works too. That Machi works as well. Like they didn't even give me that. That's I'm just like you could have.
Also, Horn ran away randomly, and I'm like, oh, okay, that's kind of weird,
Yeah,
but
I
okay.
saw that too. I'm like, why is she? I'm sure she's come back with reinforcements.
Yeah, she's gonna come back, and I'm like, but still, they did it so that she can come back and help them. But it's like, but why would she just run away crying
Randomly?
randomly? Like, I'm gonna abandon my friends. Bye. Like, damn, Horn, you were thinking about marrying this dude like 2 minutes ago.
He said, "Listen, the dick ain't this good.
Mhm.
I'm not. I didn't put on the slave collar yet."
Is it too late to renege on this slave collar agreement?
I mean, yeah, I guess so. I guess it's not too late. It's never too late until you put on the slave collar.
And if there's anything you can take away from this podcast today, that's the lesson of the day.
Yes, indeed. All right, let's move on to Sentouin Hakenshimasu, episode 9. So this is a Rose episode, a Rose themed episode, which I thought was pretty cool.
Finally get a Rose episode. Yeah, this was like if you remember what was the other anime done by the same guy, the Kimono Mask anime.
Oh yeah,
and it also had a character there that was like all about eating stuff. But this is like that done well, because Rose's whole thing is also I'm always hungry and I want to eat stuff. But the difference between Kimono and this show is that they do more with it other than just like have a cute character that just eats stuff. Like this whole episode was revolved around the misunderstanding between Six and her. Where Six is like, oh, she's horny, and she's like,
and then he's like, I want it. She's like, I want to fight to death and eat you.
Yeah, exactly. I want to eat you.
Yeah. Also, the main thing that's great about this is that the difference between the two is that she is not the main character. She's a side character. This works very well with a side character. Yeah, no, this episode is really really funny. like just the fighting back of like desperation and like trying not, and Six trying to do whatever he has to gain points.
Yeah, I like the format of the episode where it's like they get progressively more and more desperate and you can like see it on their faces and stuff. Like Snow at the end is just like, whatever, just do whatever you want.
Right. And he looks up to Scar and he's just like, hey, we're not getting any points.
Yeah. Of course Grim dies immediately. His off-screen death. Snow just like watering her face body. Yeah. Alice is really good this episode with her savagery and bullshit.
And she comes back and she's like, hey guys, just double checking. Are you guys trying to like, you guys have the same thing in mind, right? Like, yeah, the eating and she's like, no, you gotta definitely not on the same page.
He's like, in a sexual way? She's like, no, in a food way.
No.
The crazy faces were great this episode.
Yeah,
they took
crazy face was awesome.
They took some Nagatoro notes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was just fun all around. Snow had some good moments. Alice had her good moments. Rose finally got some good moments in there.
Yes.
Good ones. This is just
had
great.
One line, but that one line was cute.
It delivered, yeah. This is just like, this is what it like. I like that this show is getting progressively better.
Yeah,
and it's
I like this. I was a bit of a naysayer at the beginning, I'll admit. But it really started getting better with each episode.
Yeah, I think it's settling into a groove now, which is really, really good. I'm enjoying it. So yeah, I think that was all I had to say about it. More Rose.
Yes, more Rose indeed. And I believe this is our last Emmy of the night, if I can fucking find it. No, I'm pretty sure I know what it is. It's definitely Kumoko. Kumoko? Kumo desu ka nani ka? Episode 20.
This was my other contender for episode of the week too. This was a really good episode.
Um, understandable. I feel like all those. I feel like all the Kumiko episodes are like just right below, like
Mm-hmm.
being contender for episode of the week. Like just really
It's
solid.
they're really good at like the mystery element, like of like slowly unraveling the mystery, but then giving you
Yes.
more questions while they're doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's the master of that.
Yes.
We start off in getting to see more Kumiko interactions with the villagers and the towns and the diplomats, which I like that her random nonchalant actions are having like tremendous repercussions.
Catastrophic
Yeah.
effects on like multiple nations.
Whoops, maybe I shouldn't have killed that diplomat.
Yeah, which the kingdom of Ost
Mm-hmm.
definitely sent on purpose to get him killed.
Yeah. I like that they realized that the last minute the guy's like, oh wait, oh
Last second.
shit.
I mean, there's not much they could do to avoid it because it's like they could ask Kumiko to stop.
Mm-hmm.
Because
I'm waiting for them to do that.
Only this episode, which is cool that Kumiko finally, excuse me, is able to like communicate ish with people or like to understand
Mm-hmm.
their language.
And of course, Yuki Aoi, of being the goddess that she is, did a great job with that too, because she had like the shakiness in her voice and everything. Like you can clearly tell from her voice, like, oh, this is the first time that she's talking to another person in like however long she's been alive.
Yeah.
And she was all like shy and like careful with her words.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that conversation with the administrator, that was definitely kind of like, that was a little tense.
Mm-hmm.
Because in my mind, I'm just like, okay, I thought you were just gonna attack her at some point.
Yeah, especially when she was like, "Just do what you think is right," and I was like, "Oh, he's gonna stab you." Like, do what I think is right, huh?
He was, interestingly enough, he was really calm.
Yeah, he was really polite. He was a cool, chill
really
dude.
polite. He was like, "Hey, could you like stop?" And she's like, "I can't stop." He's like, "Hey, can you stop this?" And she's like, "I also can't stop that."
Like, oh, well, I tried.
Yeah, he was like, oh,
later. Yeah, they had a really cool transition moment too, where it's like, I love the way that the parallel storytelling with like whatever's happening in the past with Kumiko is also happening in the future. But like they were like showing the army marching into the village, but then it like transitioned to the future era, and you see the new like Hugo's army marching into the elf forest. That was really cool.
That was really cool. And then we got to see homegirl, I forgot her name, the teacher.
Teacher sensei.
Teacher sensei. Teacher sensei elf girl. Got to see her little story. And so it makes sense.
It does, and we get her reasoning for it, but I still feel like she kind of not in the right here. She's kind of being overprotective and too trusting of Podimus.
Yes, absolutely, but apparently the way that she can change the future of these students. Mm-hmm. So it makes sense if it's like, hey, because she can't even talk about it. That's the rough part. She can't
mention it to them. Mm-hmm. Like, it sucks knowing that, but at the same time, I'm also like, yeah, maybe don't like kidnap them and like steal them from their parents to lock them in your elf dungeon to extend their life. Yeah.
I'm like, can you tell someone else who will tell them?
Mm-hmm. It also explains why Podimus is so like knowledgeable about all these things. Like, oh yes, the reincarnated kids, and I want Sophia and all that stuff.
Yes. I also gagged that homegirl had like 1 million skill points and was able to just spend them.
Yeah. Like, give me all these.
Just spend them on top. Like, she was like the most powerful baby.
Mm-hmm. If you pause the show when she was like looking through her future diary thing, I'm gonna call it a future diary. She was looking through her future diary. The causes of death of some of the characters were listed. I don't know. Obviously, well, I don't know if she changed them or not, but one of them was like dies fighting in the elf village. So I think that might be a bit of foreshadowing there.
Ooh,
I forgot which character it was. It might have either been Shusuke or the girl, the red hair girl.
I know they showed one. Yeah, they showed one. It was like fighting. Are you sure it was the elf village? Like the one that was right before Shun. Is that
Which
what you're
one?
talking about?
No, I'm saying in her.
Like
Well, when she's
yeah,
looking through the
like
list,
I'm saying the
I don't
list.
remember
So like
if it was Shun or someone else, but there was someone who was listed as saying
yeah, was it? I'm
fights and
not.
dies in the
Yeah,
Elf Village.
'cause I was trying to see more, and I only saw hers. But that's okay. That's why we have Google, and by Google, we okay, right? Uh, okay. We're almost here. We're almost here. Yes, that's why we're doing this.
This is very important for the podcast, actually. So,
Yes.
so this is good. This is
So
good for theory crafting.
So it says Kanata Oshima stripped of skills and dies.
Mm-hmm.
And
That's the red hair one, right?
oh shit, and Kengo Natsume. I forget which
Kengo.
one that one. The dies in battle in the Elf Forest.
Kengo Natsume. Who the hell is Kengo Natsume?
Is that the red haired one?
Um. Oh, that's Hugo.
Oh. Well, well, we know.
Never mind. I'm glad with that. I'm fine with that one.
Yep. I was like, his name sounds really familiar. Nope, that's Hugo. Well, girl, it's been real.
Nice knowing you. Rip.
Damn, no wonder why homegirl was. No wonder how homegirl didn't like take care of him. She was like, your time's coming.
Not yet. Don't worry, we got
Don't
you.
worry, yeah, you won't get it. You won't get some. All right.
Mhm.
That's funny. But yeah, they do enough that's like I love shows that make you want to feel like theory craft.
Yeah, especially when you have to go back and like watch certain parts of it and be like, what's this mean? What does that do? Why does they do this? It's really cool.
Yeah, it is cool. Um, let's see. Anything else? Yeah, I'm looking forward to see how Kumiko is going to further interfere with like the war because now she's siding with like Sorella, so she's siding with the country.
I'm hoping she just like, well, she's gonna come out and just wipe out the armies, which also would explain why she becomes so even more powerful. Humans have so much experience,
Yeah, because then she'll just end up eating them all.
and she just like kills 50,000 people and is like, that's a lot of experience.
Yeah, yeah. I think, like I said, I think the attack on Ariel, the demon lord, like yeah, I think they're telling her to stop before because I think they know that at some point Ariel can't stop her
Yeah.
because if they did, then they wouldn't ask her to stop, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, at some point, I think she is going to take over.
Did Ariel have a different voice at the end too? I felt like she had like a slightly more Kumiko esque voice.
I don't remember her talking.
She talked
Oh,
in
well,
like
you mean like what in the future?
yeah, in the future,
Yeah, in the
like
future, she sounds like Kumiko, but now
yeah,
she does not.
exactly. Like I didn't. I'm like.
That's why. Listen, that's why I said I called it. I was
Mm-hmm.
like, when she attacked went to the mother, I was like, maybe she might go into Ariel. Body goes into Ariel. Ding ding ding. Snaps for me.
All right.
We'll see what happens
We
if I'm
shall.
100% right. But that ends our weekly review. Um, and for the filler arc, it's nothing too big. I'm sure. I think this is trending on Twitter for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so there's this character. I forgot which game. Oh fuck! I forgot the name of the game. Uh, no. It's leaving me. It's leaving me. Her name is it was Alloy
Oh,
from
Horizon.
Heroes. Yeah, Sorry, Horizon Zero Dawn. Yes.
Yeah.
So I come out with a new game, and this kind of it's kind of echoes a little bit with how you felt about the whole Jujutsu Kaisen thing.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and let me send you the link. some person whose name I'm not going to say because I don't want, because he's silly.
Mm-hmm.
He says, "Is it me or Sony be making their lead female protagonists look masculine as hell? Dot dot. Barely no curves or rough, non-feminine features, unlike the average woman. Like cough cough, Last of Us, uh,
Last of Us
Last of
2
Us,
as 2's
Ellie,
Ellie.
etc. Just saying. Hashtag my two
Pick from
cents.
the game
Pick from
left.
the game on the left. Fan made on the right. Higher fans. LOL." To this, everyone was like, "Yeah, idiot. She's stuck on a fucking island. Why is she? Why would you want her? Like, it wouldn't make any sense if she looks literally like Barbie."
Also, I don't find that design that like bad. She looks fine. Like she looks pretty. I don't.
Okay, so let's take the
It's just a
whole.
more realistic version of pretty as opposed to like Barbie anime girl.
So let's take the whole concept of the fact that women, not all women clearly look at this woman on the right, and women come, especially if you're in an apocalypse, you're not gonna be looking super fresh and ready to serve looks for days with perfectly like done eyebrows and shit. So let's just take that very sound argument and just whoop, gone, doesn't exist. And let's stick on the fact that if you really feel that way, literally play any other fucking game on this planet. There are so many games where they literally are showing just every objectifiable aspect of a woman, like literally the most beautiful, pretty woman, big boobs, big butts. So many games where they're so pretty, and it's like, why did you pick the very few games where they're just not like that? That's not the focus. Or they decide to not go with a pretty aesthetic.
I feel like it's dumb even like for this, like to use this game as an example because again, what's her name? Alloy is pretty cute. Like she doesn't look bad. Like I know what the point this guy's trying to make is like there are some games where they go out of their way to make it, but even then it's like you said, like who cares? They just
Yeah,
play another
exactly.
game.
Who cares? Who cares? Like, if you let
Alloy is hot though.
it's like
I'm
I just
sorry.
take.
I'm scrolling through the picture. I'm like, nah, Alloy's pretty hot. So their point doesn't even stand on its own merits in this case.
Yeah, so it's just like I don't understand. Like, people play video games to play video games. If you want video games to be hot,
Play Dead
just
or
watch
Alive.
porn. Watch porn. Go jerk off.
Or
Like,
just play Dead or Alive. Play
the,
Ninja Gaiden. I think Ninja Gaiden came out re-release
yes,
recently.
play Soul Calibur. Play Tekken. Play. I don't
Street
know.
Fighter.
Play Street Fighter. I don't know. I don't play a lot of games
Play
where
Monster Hunter.
play Final
Fuck the
Fantasy
twins.
10. Play 10. Play 10 2. Play 13. Play 13 2. Play 12.
Yeah, I don't.
Definitely
Yeah,
play
I'm not
12.
a. See, I would care more about this if it was like if it was like a censorship thing or something like that. I could kind of be like, okay, I get the like if the design was the what he originally posted like on the right and there was like that's like a fan made design. If that was like the original design of the character and then Sony came and was like, no guys, you gotta change it. This is too sexual, and they made the design on the left. I'd be like, all right, that's kind of weird, but I mean, they're free to make whatever design they want. If that's what their design they want to do is, and that's fine.
I'm just like, can we just get like normal looking women in video games? Like,
I'm not even going about all that. I'm just saying whatever they wanna do is fine. I'm
like
not
no, I'm
against
just saying,
super
like,
sexual
is
characters
that like
either.
is it so like I'm just like, is it such a cry to get normal looking women with normal looking like like ha- it's like we're finally trying to undo all this, and you're just like, we're trying to do all these years where we just put like these characters that have unrealistic body proportions, and we're just putting like normal women, and then guys are like, like with going back to Tifa's breast. Like, Tifa was still so stupid hot. What are you guys complaining about? What are y'all complaining about? Go watch porn, y'all. Like, it's not that serious. Watch porn. Like, that is why it's there. So you get all
Rip
that.
Pornhub.
Yes. Listen, they got X videos, they got X hamster, we got RedTube. Probably shouldn't be naming these sites on YouTube.
Nice
but
demonetization.
It's okay. It's not the first couple of seconds in the video. Bot doesn't.
Yeah,
Bot
the bot doesn't read this far.
Okay, I'll be like, I'm tired of this. On to the next one. But yeah, there was just something I saw. I'm just like, this is so.
Also,
silly.
I don't feel like you would want to play Horizon for the hot girl. I don't know. It's weird all around.
I'm just like
I get that. I would get this complaint if it was like Dead or Alive or something. It was like this. I'm like, oh well, Dead or Alive. Clearly, everyone's playing that game for the hot girls. So I can understand if you're criticizing the appeal. But Horizon Zero Dawn is like
not it. It's just not it.
It would be like complaining about the sexuality of like Peach and Mario. It's like, why isn't Peach hotter?
Yeah, it's okay.
Or like if Mario added a character that looked more normal and they were like, oh, why isn't Mario a dilf? Why isn't Mario super sexy?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I want me some Mario.
Although I feel like Mario might be a better example because they do make their girls kind of. I feel like Mario's going in a more lewd direction. Yeah, I'm like, wait, what's an ugly girl in Mario? Wait, there are none.
I mean, they just never had any. They were just basic blonde Peach and then Daisy.
Mm-hmm.
And then what, Rosaline?
And then they went really hard with Rosaline.
Peach with like a bang. So yeah, that was just some silliness I saw. And I was just like, I'm gonna talk about this on the podcast because I feel like it. You. But other than that, I think that is the end of my filler arc, and that is the end of this podcast. Only if you'd be so kind.
Guys, if you enjoyed this episode of the G&A podcast, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe so you get all these videos as they go up every week. If you haven't already, do follow us over on Twitter, follow us on Twitch, and join the party on our Discord, all linked in the description down below. Also, you can become a patron or a channel member or a Twitch sub, like all these lovely people on screen right now, and get yourself some awesome, dope perks like live watches and access to our member-only channels in the Discord, all that good stuff. Drew, do you have anything you'd like to add?
Just, have a good night, mind your business, have a good start of the week, be awesome, be great, be all those things, and don't be a dick.
Yes, also play Horizon, it's a really good game. Until next time, this has been Soberoni and
Droovido.
We'll catch y'all later. Later!
Bye.